Hello and welcome everybody, here's Marcus from Igniting Spark Games. Today we want to do a Cookie Invaders run to take a closer look into the Cookie Invaders gameplay. Each run is different, so I'm really excited how this one will turn out. On each run you have your spaceship, which can be navigated with your mouse. You can also use the controller inputs to navigate your spaceship, which we have added in a recent update. You can toggle your projectiles on and off by using the left mouse button, and you can also use your spaceship to crush into enemies and deal melee damage. Basically you have two main resources. You have life on the top left and energy on the top right. Each projectile drains 1 energy from my energy pool, which then gets restored by my energy regeneration, which is 1 energy per second at the moment. Defeating enemies grants you experience points, and once you have reached enough experience, you are granted with 1 level up and 1 evolution point, which can be spent in our evolution system to gain power-ups and unique abilities. So I have now level 6 and will access the evolution system. This is the evolution system, where you have a giant amount of skills and abilities to choose from, and I think for this run I will go with something more unusual for such kind of games, and I think I will go for an energy build. And the skill I'm targeting is Energy Absorb. It's a really interesting skill, which grants me an increased attack speed each time I hit an enemy. This is stacking 3 times, and I'm reducing the the maximum life of an enemy by an amount which is depending on my maximum energy. So basically the more energy I have in total, the more powerful the skill will become. And the only downside of this skill is that my projectile energy cost is raising by +4. So basically if we open the stats, currently 1 projectile drains 1 energy, and this one will become 5 after I have accessed this build. So what I really want to go for in this build is the most energy I can get. So I will need 3 level ups to reach this skill. You can now see that we have increased our energy pool on the right to 150 energy. And my goal is it really to get as much energy as possible for this kind of build. So I'm now toggling my shots on and off to really time my shots to hit these enemies, especially those waffles here, which have the shields around them, to not shoot the shields. And I'm also using my spaceship to also deal melee damage to back up my loss, or not my not really increased attack power. If I would go for another kind of build, I could also go for more attack speed or projectile tiers, which will then make my projectiles more powerful. Then it will be also easy in the beginning, because you gain the power-ups directly on each level up. And for this build I don't really gain anything until I have reached Energy Absorb, which then will grant me a quite big buff in damage and attack speed, I guess. So let's see, we have 2 skill points, and yes, there's 1 more missing to get Energy Absorb. Oh, this one was really on time, because music has changed, which is indicating that a boss encounter is happening, so just on time I got Energy Absorb. So yes, that's great timing. So now I just have to watch out to not die on this enemy encounter, boss encounter. So you can now see that the life of the boss is being decreased on my first shot, and also he has no life regeneration for the time the life is decreased. And my attack speed is ramping up quite immensely when hitting the enemy, and this stacks 3 times, which is also indicated by this kind of energy bubble around me. So we're doing quite good damage, I would say. Should not be a big problem to kill this boss. Come on! Nice. And we got a module. That's really nice. Modules are items which can be dropped from any enemy or boss in the game, and those also grant you stat improvements or also unique abilities, depending on which item you get. And also these items have randomized quality, so also the stats and how much a stat improves and how powerful an ability is depends on the item quality, which is randomized. Nice, so now I have level 11, and after each 10 levels you also grant conversion points. That's also a really nice system where you can use those points to respec or reshape your skill tree. So I could now, for example, remove that point again and skill into another kind of direction because I have seen that this skill is maybe not as good as expected, or I got a module which grants me different kind of stats and I want to keep that and reshape my skill tree to match this module or something like that. But I don't want to respec now. I want to keep those points because you can do something else really exciting with these points, what I will show you in a second. So what I want to go for is, I think I will go for more energy and energy regeneration. I mean, this point here is giving me 30 energy. That's quite a lot. Now I have 200 energy, and I think I will go for Discharge as the next ability. Discharge is also really interesting because it unleashes an energy shockwave around me. And this is also depending on my maximum energy, how much damage it deals, and also the cooldown stacks with attack speed. And yes, each discharge wave drains my energy. So it's also quite important that I have energy regeneration. And now let's see what we can do with the conversion point. We have a transformator here, which is an possibility to craft modules or to convert or regenerate modules depending on the module you currently have equipped. So for example, I could generate a new one out of those. So basically, or I could also convert the stats. So then the stats are re-rolled and I have the chance to get higher stats or better stats. This one has 0 negative stat. That's quite good because usually you have 1 positive, 1 negative stat. So if you have -0 negative stat, that's maybe like the best you can roll on the negative side. And I want to generate a new one because I don't need life regeneration, or at least not so much. So I want to regenerate. And this one is even more useless for my build at the moment. I have a huge buff in module dispatch damage, which is the damage the module deals if I dispatch it. We will get to that in 1 second. Modules which you have equipped can also be dispatched by pressing spacebar or the middle mouse button, and then you unleash a huge wave of module damage around you. So basically this can be used to, let's say, rescue your spaceship if you are really have a bad encounter, you know you will die in the next second. You can use that ability to survive and destroy also the enemy projectiles around you. Or you can use that, for example, to one-shot bosses if you have like this module which grants you a really big buff in module dispatch damage. So now I will go to Discharge. Really exciting. So now we got Discharge, and you can see that we now have this energy shockwave each time I press my toggle. and then it needs 2 seconds to recharge. We have now a new module. I want to look what this gives me. I think this one is better. I want to keep the module dispatch damage. Maybe I get a really dangerous boss encounter and I can use it to survive the boss, for example. Oh, life is really low here. Let's see if we can get a little bit of life regeneration. I think life regeneration, I will get life regeneration from this node here. It gives me life and energy regeneration and also energy shield. Energy shield is also a nice concept where you, the more energy shield you have, the more % of the damage you receive will be taken from your energy first before it will be taken from your life. And also a really nice cross effect, what you can see right here is, if we hit enemies, we are increasing our attack speed by 3 stacks. And you can also see that my shock wave is, my discharge wave is also increasing, has increased, or let's say decreased, recharge time, because my attack speed is being increased. So that's a really nice, let's say, that's a really nice demonstration how skills are interacting with each other in Cookie Invaders. So you can pretty much combine any skill with each other and they will have cross effects like this. So there's a lot of build possibilities to build your builds, and so I will go for more energy, maximum energy. Those skills are really nice because they give me like 80 more energy, and I will get a bit more maximum life. I think I will go for those 2 points because they give me plus 10 energy regeneration. That's really much. And then I will go here to some more life regeneration just to be more durable. We have now reached level 20, so I gained 1 more conversion point. So I will regenerate those items. Oh, now we got plus 82 maximum life, and if I now destroy this module, it deals no damage. So I can now not use it anymore to one-shot bosses, for example. Not really one-shot, but you deal a lot of damage on bosses when you have a lot of module dispatch damage. But this is also great. Now I have a little bit more survivability in case something hits me really badly. It's not bad. So 1 more point. Let's get this cross node here. Gives me life and energy regeneration. And as you probably can tell, this build has a pretty high damage output, but I don't have a lot of survivability. I just got 1 life regeneration per second, and I have a little bit of luck to get an item which buffs my maximum life, so I have a little bit of headroom when receiving damage, but it's pretty much a really squishy build, so I really have to watch out that I don't get hit by a lot of enemy projectiles and stuff like that. So I think I will get this 1 life regeneration node here. And now I want to go for more attack speed and more energy regeneration to keep up my discharge wave. I really try to fly really nearby the enemies when I toggle my shots so that my energy wave really hits a lot of enemies and destroys them. But my energy is quite low. If I have charged up my attack speed with energy absorb, the discharge really drains a lot of energy. So I don't even know if I need more attack speed right now, because I don't have enough energy to really upkeep those raid at the moment. So maybe I should just go for more energy regeneration to keep up the damage output. More attack speed will mostly just make the discharge waves appear faster and my energy to get drained faster. I don't know if that's the best idea. Get those 3 here. Nice. So let's see. Let's go for Artifact. Artifact gives me more attack speed, more energy, more energy regeneration, and a debuff in life and life regeneration. Since I got 5 right here, I still have 10 life regeneration, which is quite enough, I hope so. And we have now 40 energy regeneration per second. Let's see how this goes. Let our energy recharge again. Oh, this becomes really scary pretty fast. Oh, new module. Module dispatch him. Now I will dispatch it and get this one again. Just to use it and not to waste it. And this one is what I want to take for the next level. I hope that I get one with a unique ability, or maybe with some maximum energy or energy regeneration that would fit the build better. I can also just keep my shots on, so I will shoot a lot of projectiles due to my energy absorb buff, and the discharge wave will just be triggered once a while when I have enough energy. Also a way I can play it. Don't know what's really better. I think waiting for a while and then get into enemies and passing the discharges is just what deals more damage. Or you can, deal more damage where you really need it. So, let's see. 2 more points. Let's get... I don't know if I want to really get this one. I will get this because this gives me 4 energy regeneration. And... yeah, let's just go for the crossnodes. I think life regeneration is quite fine with the 10 per second, since I'm not hit so much at the moment. Oh. I'm pretty much one-shotting all enemies, that's great. But my energy is also like really drained directly after I have placed some shots. Kind of greedy build. Come on! Oh, nice. Module. Life regeneration. Okay, I will get rid of this one and get my maximum life. I think this one life regeneration is not better than the maximum pool increase. Yes, we have reached level 28. Let's see what we can go for. I think I will just go for 2 more energy regeneration and a life regeneration of that. Oh, those homing missiles are really bad. Let's see if we can get around them. This becomes quite easier if you play a build where you really go on projectiles, because you can also, destroy enemy projectiles by your own projectiles, with one exception of those homing missiles, which cannot be destroyed. There you really have to evade. Let's see, we already almost got to level 29. I really need more energy. I need a lot more energy. Oh, nice. This one gives me +1 projectile, so now I have +2 projectiles, or now I have 2 projectiles, and I'd only lose 3% of attack speed. That's quite nice, that's really nice. Because usually if I wanted to get more projectiles, I would go this way up. And here on Empower, for example, I get +1 projectiles. On this side I get +1 projectile tier, but since I did not even invest in this branch up here, I now, let's say I saved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 skill points to get to this point, just because I have got this kind of module. That's quite nice. So the way I now want to go is get more energy regeneration. There's 2 more energy regeneration right here. So I really want to go for this one. And oh, I have overseen mage. This gives me 3 energy regeneration and also maximum energy. And I lose some life and life regeneration. Oh, now you can see the backside or the downside of the module is I don't have the maximum energy increase now. And because I have skilled artifact, I lose 30 life. So now I have just 70 life left. That's quite that's quite not so much. So 70 life is really squishy. I think like 3 projectile hits or something like that of the stronger ones, and I'm RIP, I would say. So yeah, this is really scary. And there's another boss. I'm really excited which one it will be. Oh no, this one is really bad. But you can see, because I have skilled energy absorb, on the first hit the enemy loses like almost, I think, 80% of the life. That's quite nice for most enemies, but those are also homing or following me, so it's not so... Yeah, let's see how it goes. Something else which I did not really consider right now when switching to this module was also that I have more energy cost due to my energy absorb, which grants me +4 energy cost. And when I shoot 2 projectiles, I need 10 energy per shot to maintain the shot of 2 projectiles. So that's also like something which is not really in my favor at the moment. But let's see if I will keep the module. Maybe I will just dispatch it, or I will maybe transform it when I reach level 30 with a 1 conversion point. But of course we have to defeat this boss. Oh no! But on this boss I'm really happy that I have this AoE, which I can just trigger when there's a lot of enemies around me. When only using shots, that's not that easy to get rid of those. The placement is quite important for this kind of build. Nice! We did it. So we have now reached level 30 and we got to the end game, which is the Eternal Realm. And in this Eternal Realm you can choose which waves you want to defeat, and and make your way to the outer stars to get to the new Eternal Realm level, where the enemy encounters will be more difficult, and you also get an experience increase, which is this orange modifier right here. You can see the modifiers on this information screen right here, which gives me bonus experience. So basically, yeah, you get more experience the farther outside you go, and the farther you travel, the more XP you will get for the enemies, and the enemies will also be stronger. So yeah, there's now a lot we can respec because we have a lot of we have like a lot of circles skilled, and you can also break up circles, and the only requirement is that the branches are connected to one of the 3 beginning points. But what I want to really take for my last point is, yeah, let's see, maybe I will just go for this one, which gives me life energy regeneration and maximum life and energy, and only decreases melee damage and attack speed by 20%. But I think I have enough, so that would not really matter that much. And now I want to spend my last conversion point, or my only conversion point I currently have, to craft a new module. And this one gives me attack speed. So this is evening out this debuff, but it also decreases my energy. That's not the best. So let's take a look what star we want to take for the first. So I think I will just go for this one, because it does not have so much really strong enemies, but also not only really weak enemies. So they grant, I would say, good experience points, and is no wave which will instantly kill me. But you can choose the difficulty pretty much by yourself. All the modifiers basically interact with the enemies. So basically, yeah, you have modifiers for more life regeneration, more enemy attack speed, more movement speed of the enemies. So it really depends on the enemies and the modifiers if you want to really, yeah, fight those stars. If you don't want to fight a star, you can just skip it and or use another way to go around to get to any of the outer stars. Which might be really helpful in the beginning, is to take a look at the outer stars and take a look at the bosses, because those 3 bosses, one of these 3 bosses will be the boss you have to fight at the end of the wave to get to the new Eternal Realm level. So if there are only really, let's say, bosses which are not really easily to fight with your build, you might want to consider taking another star. So this one seems to be quite nice, so I will just try to get up to this wave. Or to the star out on the top. And once you have reached level 30, you will be granted with 1 conversion point each level up. In the early game it's 1 each 10 levels, but in the end game, after level 30, it's 1 conversion point with each level. So basically when I reach level 31, I have 1 conversion point and I can generate a new module. Let's get 1 more enemy so that I have level 31. Come on, 3 seconds. Give me 1 enemy. Come on. Come on. No, okay, I have to do another wave. Good. I think I will just go for this one. Yeah, it should be enough. There's one of those homing biscuit, flying biscuit cookies with homing missiles. This one is not so nice in the end game, but oh, okay, I really got a lot of damage right here because I got hit, so should be more careful. But now I've got level 31, so let's see what module we will get when regenerating it. Nice, almost level 32. So let's get to the evolution system and let's generate the item. Oh, it's the same one with worse stats. That's bad. Okay, I will just take the next node to speed it up a little. I hope that the modifiers will not kill me on this one. Seems like this node or wave did not have a really huge spawn rate. Spawn rate is also something really to consider on the waves. Especially if there are a lot of higher tier enemies on the wave. It could really make the wave like really insanely difficult to beat. So let's see. I think this one was not too bad. Yeah, the enemy spawn rate, this spawn rate, the blue modifier, it has plus 8%. This has plus 15%, but yeah, we want to go up to the stars, so I have to take it. Otherwise I would have to fight my way completely around this one. Oh, this was really close. But the experience was really great on this wave. I think we now have 3 conversion points. So now I really want to regenerate a perfect module, hopefully. Oh, nice. This one gives me a unique ability. It's Barrier. And this barrier is recharging each 3 seconds. It reduces my life by 30. I hope this will not kill me. But the barrier blocks enemy projectiles each 2 or 3 seconds. I think it was 3 seconds regeneration time. So now it's the boss wave. So I hope that this module will save my life here. So you can see if I fly into enemy projectiles, the barrier is being removed, but the projectiles are destroyed for a few seconds. So that's, I would say it's pretty nice for this build, because I have to go close to enemies, and if a projectile will spawn, it will be blocked by the barrier. But the barrier is not blocking enemies, so if I fly into an enemy, I will still receive damage. So that's something to consider. But pretty nice for this build, really nice. I hope that it will go fine for the boss encounter, which will be on 0 seconds of the wave, at the end of the wave. And yeah, also the wave duration is something to consider. If a wave is like really difficult, you can maybe get by just evading all the enemies and the projectiles for, let's say, 30-40 seconds. It could be possible, but if the wave duration is like 2 minutes, it should be, you really should consider that the wave is possible to defeat when you choose it. So let's see what kind of boss it will be. I think it was 2 times the donut boss, and yeah, okay, it's the donut boss. Oh no. I really had a lot of luck that my barrier triggered at this kind of wave of projectiles. I was really lucky here. I did not thought that I would... Oh, I want to keep my barrier. I was really lucky here. This one wave of projectiles really would have killed me if I did not, yeah, made my way through it. So I have now 5 conversion points, so let's see what I will go for. I think I just used 1 or 2 before. Let's try to reroll the module. I think we need something with... Yeah, okay, that was not so great to roll. But let's see. So... Oh, there's like a really huge enemy movement speed rate on this. And also the projectile spawn rate of the enemies is quite high. So you can see that the difficulty increase is there after each Eternal Realm. the difficulty is increasing gradually. This one has 16% more enemy spawn rate. Life and energy on life and life reduction, life regeneration of the enemies is quite high. Also the fire rate is quite high. 8 times more experience. I think I will go for it. I really was unlucky with this module. I think I should have kept the barrier. It was quite the best until now of the modules, but I thought I'd get one with a little bit more damage output or something like that. But yeah, I think it would have been quite wise to just keep the module and play with barrier, because this is like a really good possibility to buff your buff your defense, even though you don't have enough life, just by using the barrier recharge, and to take a close look on the barrier recharge time. And I think I will take this one because it has 16% more, or 16 times more XP. It has 2 of the homing missile enemies, but let's see. No, we don't get any conversion points, so let's see. If we make this star, we can then take a look at the skill tree. Maybe we can respec our skill tree a little bit to really... Oh no. Come on. Discharge. That's so bad. Oh no. Okay. I did not make it. If I would have made it on this wave, I would have taken a look at my skill tree, and I think I should have done that before and take a look at which skills I can respec and get a few more advanced skills which I would have not been able to take in the beginning, and just to optimize it a little bit more. I think that would be the best, and keep the barrier, I would say. So thank you so much for watching and being part of the playthrough for this run, and yeah, have a great day, and thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.